Have you ever come across some Kotlin code and thought, what on earth does this mean? If you've seen something like class name and felt confused, you're not alone. Today, we're diving into the meaning behind this syntax in Kotlin. I totally get it. Kotlin can be tricky, especially with its unique syntax. Many developers have stumbled upon this and wondered if it's an extension function or something else entirely. You're in good company. Let's look at the specific question at hand. One user asked about the syntax class name and how it differs from the usual className.function. They provided examples from Kotlin and Material Drawer T, which we'll explore together. So, what does className actually mean? This syntax is known as a function type with a receiver. It allows you to create functions that can be called on an instance of a class, giving you a powerful way to extend functionality without traditional extension functions. And stick around. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand this syntax, but also see how it can simplify your Kotlin code. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. To understand what the dot and parentheses mean in Kotlin, we first need to recognize that this syntax is used for defining a function type. Specifically, it indicates a function that can be called on an instance of a class. In the example from Kotlin, the user sees a property called viewFinder. This property is defined as a function that takes an integer and returns a nullable view. The dot before the parentheses signifies that this function is an extension function on the view class. Next, in the Material Drawer KT example, the drawer function is defined with a receiver type of DrawerBuilderKT. This allows the user to call the setup function directly within the curly braces without needing to pass it as an argument. This syntax is particularly useful for creating DSLs or domain-specific languages in Kotlin. It allows for more readable and expressive code, making it easier for users to configure objects. For further documentation, the user can refer to the official Kotlin documentation on function types and extension functions. This will provide more in-depth information and examples. Fun fact, Kotlin was designed to be fully interoperable with Java, but it also introduced many features that make coding more concise and expressive. This syntax is just one of those cool features. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. According to a user, the drawer function is an extension function for the activity class. This allows you to call it directly from any activity or its subclass. The setup parameter is a higher order function that can take no arguments and returns nothing. It can be invoked using an instance of DrawerBuilderKT, and it's optional. Additionally, the viewFinder property stores a function that can be called on a view instance, allowing for more flexible code. Here's a quick takeaway. Using function types with receivers can make your code cleaner and more intuitive. So the next time you see class name, you'll know exactly what it means and how to use it. And there you have it. You've unlocked the mystery behind class name in Kotlin. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Kotlin tips and tricks. Happy coding!